feels like. And I want to try something, because even whether it's true or not, regardless of what your intentions were, before you came in here, started this therapy, Jan felt like there was a barrier between you in terms of emotional connection, right? I mean, so all she's feeling from you is kind of the parental side that's setting some rules and judgment, but she didn't feel the emotional connection. She felt like you'd pulled away from the family. That's what she said, right? So before we started this whole process, that's kind of where the family was, like a barrier right here. Is that fair?
Well, there was Marcia.
Yeah, Marcia was
our barrier.
But so I want to try something to see if it helps us look back a little bit what was going on. And pretend there is a barrier here, a glass barrier. And you're on the outside, all you can do is look in. I don't want you to be a part of this. We know that Jan was struggling inside with some things she's going through, and she didn't feel like she could turn to you, so...
Can you say he?
I'm sorry, yes. Jan didn't feel like she could turn to you.
Do you see? Do you see them?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, right. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
No, you're not being a jerk. Thank you for... That was very good thing that you set your boundary and you spoke up. That's something you should be proud of.
He's pretty good at that.
So what I'd like to just do for a minute is say, could you remember a time when you were going through something really difficult and painful that you shared with Marcia? Just kind of, and since maybe you didn't know this was going on, now you get to just observe. You were on the outside of this area, so let's just observe. We're just observing.
So like just talk about...
Why don't you talk about the time when you told me about Mom?
Do you want us to like reenact it, or just talk
kind of
about it?
Play it out the way it happened, and how she helped you through that. How you had turned to her and she was able to help you through something that was really difficult. You can.
What's up? Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Haven't really been acting yourself.
No, yeah, I
totally noticeable too, by the way.
I know.
Mom's starting to like ask me a billion and one questions. So
oh my god.
Super annoying.
I mean, you know that probably gay.
I kind of figured.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I kind of figured. Come here. I'm glad that you told me.
Thank you. Okay.
I know.
Thank you.
I know it's gonna be hard.
I'm scared of Mom. You know?
I know.
She's gonna kick me out of the house.
I don't.
Please don't tell her. Okay, please
You
don't.
swear. I swear. I will not. I will
Don't
not
tell
do
her.
it.
I also want to just be a boy. I want to be a boy. Can I be a boy?
Dude, yes.
Okay.
You can't. It's
Call me
totally
dude.
cool these days,
Thank
dude.
you.
It is. It's cool
Thank
these
you.
days.
Thank you.
I'll
And I'm
help.
gonna take my suits out of your closet now. Okay.
I saw them in there, by the way. So
I know.
You're
I
not
know.
smooth.
Okay, thank you.
I mean,
Okay. But I just hide them because I don't want to.
I know. I'll help with Mom.
Really?
I will. I think we need you just ease her into it.
How? I mean, she's gonna. I mean.
Let's go ahead and thank you. That was the reason I want to interrupt is because I think that I really want to find out what it felt like for you to see what was going on, and what does it feel like to be helplessly on this side of that glass?
Difficult. Difficult to see that my children have to confide in one another and can't confide in me, and that they think they won't be a safe house. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I guess I'll refer to him as a dude, and I'm okay with that. If you're okay with that, yeah. And it just makes me sad. I mean, I'm very proud of Marcia for being able to fill that role. Makes me very proud to be her mother, and it makes me happy to know that she can confide in her when she can't confide in me, and it breaks my heart to again think that she can't trust me, and I'm doing everything I can though, and I think Jen just again doesn't understand how big of a change this is for me, and I really am doing everything I can to make the home a safer place for you. And I still am very dedicated to my church and committed to Jesus and God, but I have been very accommodating, I think, to fit what she needs, even more so over my religiousness. Getting there.
Okay, well, so it felt, so what would it feel like, and what would it look like in your family if we were to permanently remove that glass wall, and actually, you know, coming to counseling that's what you did, is you came inside the circle. Isn't that what's really happening here? You came in together as a family, and so that really is, and you opened up to her because we were here in a safe place. So
I just don't know how she's gonna feel if we're outside of counseling and something else comes up, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to confide in me or question my morale or my judgy looks and my rolling of my eyes, which apparently I'm not cognizant about.
So, well, it takes time for us to change in the whole family dynamic that's been ongoing. It's taken years for this little, this glass wall to come in between you. So, what I wonder now, and your goal that I loved about you missing her smiling and being able to smile authentically, kind of, I just want each of you to think for a minute. We don't even have to be specific, but just imagine what's it going to feel like maybe a year or two from now, if you could get back to that place where you're smiling together, you know. Imagine yourself at a dinner table and it's not awkward. And you feel safe, and you feel like you're engaged, and there's not a glass wall, and just kind of internalize that for a minute. What that would feel like. No more glass barriers. Comfort level. Now, if you three were to work together as a team and come up with an idea of like how you can get there, I've got some ideas to suggest, but I want to hear if you've got any ideas.
You know, you remember that LGBTQ annual meetings that they have, but all the families are there, and it's not like...
There's a P flag.
P flag, yeah. It's pretty fun.
What flag?
Parents and friends of lesbians and gays. It's a parent organization.
It's P
flag.
Well, they have it like at the Sheraton, and they cater it, and it's like it's pretty friendly.
You know, it's like parents who have kids who are trans and gay and lesbian and bi.
But it's not
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing, though.
I thought I was envisioning P was like a penis on a flag, so I do apologize. I was a bit confused,
but you know what, Mom? I'm gonna make that flag and hang it in my bedroom.
So there's, so we're not gonna be seeing things the same way tomorrow. It's pretty apparent. So what are some stepping stones to get from here to there?
Well, now that we know it's not a penis flag.
Oh my god!
I'm glad she's laughing.
I'm lonely.
I thought it was a code word.
Are you lonely?
No, not lonely.
No.
Not lonely.
I haven't seen Mom smile like this in a long time.
Another session.
It's easier to laugh than cry. Like children, it's just easier to laugh than cry.
So that's a great idea. And I thought, since we were trying to envision sometime down the road, feeling comfortable sitting around the dinner table, what if once a week in the meantime, starting this week, at least once a week, because I know your schedules, I know your work, your school, at least once a week, sit down together, have dinner. And what I want the three of you to do now is work together to make a few rules for how you'll act during that dinner. If there's any subjects that are off topic, any kind of rules about how you'll communicate with each other.
I'm pretty open.
Any suggestions there for how you could make that dinner comfortable?
What are your thoughts? What would you like to
I
say?
would really like to have a conversation with you where you don't roll your eyes at me.
You gotta understand, I don't mean to. I really don't, Jan, I don't. I feel like from first session to now, I've been getting a little bit better, and if rolling of the eyes is the worst thing.
Can I point out one thing? A minute ago as you were talking, and she looked confused and said something, and you said, "See what I mean?" Pointed at her. And then we found out the reason why she sounded confused was she just doesn't understand what key flags stand for, right? So does that say that maybe what you're perceiving sometimes isn't always judgment? Maybe it's confusion sometimes.
Again, you're the first person that I've known in my life to ever come out like this, ever.
Well, Mom, can't you like try not to roll your eyes for at least a dinner?
Marsha, don't you think I did that already?
Do you? Maybe it is confusion. Yes, I can acknowledge that. Like you're surprised, maybe even
Baffled, but not in a negative way. Just I didn't ever assume that you would be who you are. That's all.
always been who I am.
Sure, but you admitting to who you are. I just thought you were a different person.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, well let's narrow that down to a rule. And actually, it's a good rule that rolling your eyes is definitely going to make you feel judged and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so maybe she's.
Wear sunglasses at the dinner table. Got it.
Well, some families have a swear jar and have to put $1 in. So when we use body language that sends a message that makes a swear jar,
I don't think I'm going to make an eye rolling jar. I am working on it. It is a new.
So maybe I just point it out when you do it.
Can you nicely?
And maybe you can think about like
Fixing your face.
Marsha.
Ooh,
It's just really obvious, Mom. It's
That
really
tea is
obvious.
hot.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, to just be aware of it.
If you're telling me now that it's becoming a problem, I will do my best to be aware of it. But just if you can maybe refer to it a little bit nicer than calling me out. Just, hey, Mom, you just did it again. It makes me feel sad. I mean, I think that would sit right with me.
Okay.
See, now I like how you say it makes a lot of difference. And does everyone understand eye language? What I mean when if I say using eye language?
Like with your eyes?
Like, I feel like you're rolling your eyes is a reflection on me, or a judgment, shows judgment. So if you are going to point out to her something, could we practice eye language, saying, I feel like this is how I feel? Instead of you're rolling your eyes.
That makes sense.
So that's kind of what you said. So
I thought you meant eye language. Like, we can do that. I think him and I can do that.
that could be
Good
one
job,
of the.
Mom.
I'm working on it.
That could be one
I
of the
feel
rules.
really, really happy when you call me my preferred pronoun.
I'm glad I can make you happy again.
I'm glad that you're glad.
I'm glad that you're glad. I'm glad.
So.
Just glad each other out.
Now,
Super cool, dude.
I want to suggest one other thing because it's kind of feels unsighted, like we're all
Ganging up on
being
Mama.
up to, and that's because we do care about Jen and we want. But one thing you've expressed in our sessions is that your work and your church, your work is you feel like you're trying to become a better person. So maybe during dinner, as part of conversation, would be a good idea to ask your mom questions about how work's going. Do you think that would make her feel? I mean, any kind of rule around something like that that would make it not feel so one-sided.
I feel like you guys are kind of ganging up on me a little bit, and I understand. I mean, if I didn't feel safe, I'd probably do the same thing if I was in your spot with Marsha. But, I mean, I am still your mother, and I still do feel like I need to be a little bit more of the authoritarian figure, and I don't like feeling ganged up on.
Okay.
We're not trying to be a gang.
Please don't be, oh God. I don't think I can take it anymore.
I didn't know that you felt that way.
I do.
I hear that you do.
It's taken a lot of time to create little alliances and coalitions and secret language and inside jokes, and so to change that dynamic, get rid of this glass wall, it's going to take some effort on both sides to open the pathways. So
Roll down the window.
is that there
Yeah.
you go. That could be, maybe that can be your little unspoken signal. Let's
Hey, you're rolling your eyes, Mom.
when you're feeling
Hey.
it's there, let's
Rolling
roll
your
down